I've visited 50 poor farmers. I've also visited 50 rich farmers. And I'm going to teach you what I learned from these two individuals. Why is this farmer poor and why is this farmer rich? And this might also go a long way to telling you why you're either poor as a farmer or why you're rich. So it's important you follow this journey. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button, or you also click the notification bell so that once we upload content such as this, you will be notified so that you don't miss out on anything. Now, I will start from the poor man, some of the things I learned from him, which I will teach you right now. The poor farmer treats his business like another job. The poor farmer did not start a poultry farm, he just got another job. Now, what do I mean? The poor farmer does not believe in systems. One of the poor farmers I visited told me if he doesn't do it himself, nobody can do it better. The poor farmer does not believe in passing knowledge. The poor farmer believes if I don't change this thing, none of my staff members can change it well. But on the contrary, the rich farmer who I visited in this same discourse told me that his job is actually not to come and start changing things like this, that his job is to, one, enhance expansion strategy, secondly, build capital within which the business will scale, thirdly, train staff members who are actually going to run the business even without him. You see the difference now? So this other one does not have time for himself. He's so committed to the job. He's a technician. He doesn't have time to think about scaling. He doesn't have time to think about growth. He doesn't have time to think about marketing. He doesn't have time to think about capital development and all that. So he just believes, he doesn't also have time to go for networking events where he can also build himself. So he believes, it's just here. That's why he earns small. But the rich farmer believes he's building a system that the business can actually thrive without him. The second thing I learned from the poor farmer, the poor farmer said that he is the CEO of his business. He doesn't report to anybody, and to that effect, recording within the business is as good as useless. So there's no point coming to say, let me start recording how much I made, let me start recording whether I made profit or not. It's none of my business. I am the owner of this business, and to that effect, I don't report to anybody. I'm the CEO. That's what he said, and he said it with every sense of pride. And that is why he is still poor. Because, one, he spends more than he earns. He overfeeds his bed because there's no proper records. He wastes money on things that are not supposed to be wasted money on. So there's no data to track whether we are making profit or not. What he knows is that every month money comes in and out and all. He doesn't report to anybody. He doesn't report to himself. He doesn't report to the business. He doesn't report to the public. So on that regards, that is why he is still poor. But the sad thing is that he doesn't know that that is why he is still poor. Then I left him and went to the rich man, and I asked him, what are your thoughts on recording? He said recording is one of the things we take very seriously on our operations. We record data ranging from medication, feed, procurement, sales, inventory, and so on and so forth. And I asked him, what is the essence of recording all this data? Is this not your business? He said, it is because it is my business. That is why this recording is very important, because at the end of the day, it helps me make informed decisions. It helps me track expenses. It helps me track whether or not we are making profit. It helps me understand the state of the business per time. And I was like, wow. So I understood this is actually the reason he is rich and the other person is poor. Then I also went to the poor man and I asked him, what are your thoughts on borrowing? I mean, lending or getting money from probably a bank or something to add to your business so that you can grow. He said, no, God forbid, though, I cannot borrow from anybody. I don't want loan. I don't need it. It's not important. Let me just grow with the number I have. He's afraid to take risk. Because one, even if he borrows that money, there's no way he's going to pay back because he doesn't track finances. Then I had to run away from him. I went to the rich man and asked, sir, what are your thoughts on loan? He said that he is building a 100,000 capacity layer farm and the entire money was brought by the bank. That he has a financial structure which they have sat down to project that even if the bank borrows them this amount of money, that at the end of the day, they are going to pay back in full, both the principal and the interest therein, because they already have a data within which they are able to make such decisions. He told me that you can never grow a global business without other people's money. You need other people's money to grow. And I said, wow, so that's the reason you are actually rich and the other man is poor. Then finally, I went to another poor man and I asked him, what are your thoughts on partnership? He said, partnership? That in this is business, is only him. When any profit that comes in, he consumes it himself. He knows that he's the one that owns his business 100%. Nobody will come and tell him, let's share this or let's share that.